Good evening, everyone. We have a bit of a sad update for you. It turns out Tom Petty has succumbed today, and he has died. We just saw information that both his family and a spokesperson are confirming that he is dead. I will show you. AFP reports that Tom Petty's family say he is dead at 66. And where was the other one I want to show you? The Associated Press says, spokeswoman for Tom Petty says he is dead at age 66. So Tom Petty has died. It was originally reported this afternoon that he died. A lot of outlets reported it. CBS News reported it. HuffPost reported it. Who else? Rolling Stone reported it. But then TMZ posted a tweet saying, whoa, we don't think he's dead yet. We think he's not doing well, but we don't think he's dead. TMZ said we don't expect him to live throughout the day, but he's not dead yet. And then a bunch of these news outlets, all the news outlets basically retracted their stories. But now he has died. It feels a bit weird because it feels like, well, first of all, it wasn't really getting any press today because of the Las Vegas shooting. But second of all, it feels like, well, now some people might like, oh, well, I'm kind of tired of the story. So it feels like, and it's happening at like midnight. So between those things, like if it was just a normal day and there was no big news going on and this happened in the middle of the day, it would be a huge story. But because it's the day that it happened, that the day after the Las Vegas shooting, and because it's sort of already happened and sort of people somewhat are expecting this now because he was reported that he was in the hospital, it just feels like it's not getting the big attention that it would normally get. So but we wanted to come on and talk about it just a little bit anyway, because he is Tom Petty. He was one of the biggest rock pop stars in the world, and not that lately he was coming out with a lot of new hits, but so many people know his music, and he just finished up his 40th anniversary tour, so a huge figure in classic rock, and he is dead now at 66, young. So we want to talk a little bit about it here. If you have any comments on Tom Petty's death, feel free to reach out to me. You can write to me on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. We'll stay on a few minutes here and just talk about him a bit. This other weird thing is, like, a bunch of celebrities, originally when they thought he died, posted things on Twitter about him. And now that he has died, it's like 10 hours later, are they going to post more things? Or are they going to post more things? Or are they just going to not post because they're like, well, I posted earlier. So it's this kind of anticlimactic kind of thing. It's kind of sad, actually. But anyways, so I want to see if there's any kind of Twitter reaction going on right now to this. It's just it's kind of odd the way it all happened with the reports of him dying, 12 hours ago. And then they were retracted, and now it's happening again. So we're seeing these reports come in now. CNN Breaking News just sent out a tweet. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Tom Petty died Monday after being rushed to a Los Angeles hospital. He had cardiac arrest last night. He was brought to the hospital last night, I believe. I'll check the TMZ story and give you the rundown for sure. And then he had no brain activity this morning. But let me. So TMZ is now confirming it. They are confirming dead at 66, Tom Petty. So it says Tom Petty has died. His longtime manager confirms. We broke the story, says TMZ. EMTs responded to a call at Tom's home Sunday night for a person who was unconscious, not breathing, and in full cardiac arrest. That was last night. He was taken to UCLA Santa Monica Hospital, where he was immediately put on life support. Petty's manager, Dimitriada, said Petty died at 8:40 p.m. tonight. So this happened only about 45 minutes ago. 8:40 p.m. tonight, PT, so that's 11:40 p.m. Eastern time. at UCLA, surrounded by friends, family, and his bandmates. So at least, well, one positive is that people had time to get there to see him and be with him. After learning Tom had no brain activity, his family chose to take him off of life support. Tom hit big in 1978 with his band The Heartbreakers, which scored hits with Don't Do Me Like That and Here Comes My Girl, just to name a few. Tom also wrote and recorded Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Stevie Nicks in 1981. Later in the 80s, he recorded with the Traveling Wilburys, a legendary lineup comprised of Bob Dylan, George Harrison, Roy Orbison, and Jeff Lynne, and made a big hit, Handle with Care. And Tom also recorded solo and had the smash hit solo Free Fallin'. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2002 and has remained a huge touring draw. He just wrapped up his 40th anniversary tour last week at the Hollywood Bowl. He was 66, R.I.P. That's from TMZ. So TMZ confirming Tom Petty is dead. He was reported dead earlier today, but he wasn't. I guess, as of this morning, he had no brain activity, and that brain activity never came back during the day from what this report seems to say. So anyways, if you have any thoughts on Tom Petty, any memories you want to share while we're talking about him or anything, give me a shout on Twitter at Lookner. Let me know. We'll be on the air in a few minutes covering this. Daniel Katowski says, we grew up on Tom. Godspeed, R.I.P. That's from our viewer, Daniel Katowski. I also want to see, are there any more so a bunch of celebrities tweeted earlier today when it was thought that he had already died. And I don't know, are anything going to be tweeting now? Did anyone not tweet? Like some big musician not tweet and was holding back, but now they're going to tweet. Let's see. Now, this is kind of sad. John Mayer tweeted this out about 7 minutes before Tom Petty died. This is 52 minutes ago. He died, that's 10:35 Central. I think he died at 10:40 Central. So it looks like John Mayer tweeted this out 5 minutes before Tom Petty passed away. You hang in there, Tom Petty, at least long enough to make it past this horrible day. You deserve a better sunset. Yeah, it's kind of sad because, look, people are going to remember Tom Petty and people will be talking about him. But as I said before, on a normal day, if Tom Petty passed away, it would be this giant story and you'd be seeing tributes everywhere. But today, because during the day, the Las Vegas shooting was the day after that, so everybody was talking about that. Nobody was talking about Tom Petty today on the news that I saw. And then, if they did, it was very short. And then, now that tonight he passes away, I think some people are like, well, we already knew he was going to pass away because he was almost dead earlier. So, and it's also 12:28 Eastern, so it's kind of sad, But look, people are going to talk about him. I'm sure there'll be tons of tributes everywhere. But it'd be nice if there was a kind of, if it wasn't say stepped on by something else. But these things happen. So I apologize about the language for this one, but I want to show this post. It was somebody, so my apologies for the language, but Matt Oswald said, Tom Petty died twice in one day because he's effing Tom Petty. And other posts about this, NPR posting about it, just posted 7 minutes ago. ABC News, LA Times. Oh, here's a statement. Okay. John Passantino posted this statement from the family. It says, on behalf of the Tom Petty family, we are devastated to announce that untimely death of our father, husband, brother, leader, and a friend, Tom Petty. He suffered cardiac arrest at his home in Malibu in the early hours of the morning, okay, and was taken to UCLA Medical Center but could not be revived. He died peacefully at 8:40 PT, surrounded by family, his bandmates, and his friends. That's from Tony Dimitriadis, longtime manager of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Billboard just posted 5 minutes ago, a rock legend, R.I.P. Tom Petty. Let's see what this post from Variety is. It says, Tom Petty's life and career in photos. So I'll show you some of these photos Variety posted from 1977. It says Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers backstage. That's not all the Heartbreakers, though. Looks like Tom Petty and some friends, maybe. 1982. 1992. Sharon Stone, Tom Petty, and Carrie Fisher. 1996. 2006. Their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1999. 2006. Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters with Tom Petty. That's at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when they were inducted in 2002. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers halftime show in the Super Bowl in 2008. That's at him in February of this year. Tom Petty. His last tour included the Summerfest Music Festival in Milwaukee. That is just a month ago. I'm sorry, a month ago. 3 months ago, July of 2017. Okay, we will not look at the Las Vegas photos. We are covering the confirmed death of Tom Petty. Sad, only 66. He has passed away today. It was thought that he might have passed away earlier today, but several news outlets retracted their story. But now he is dead. The family has confirmed it. If you have any thoughts while we're still on the air here about Tom Petty, any memories or anything, give a shout on Twitter at Lookner, at Lookner. This is Right Side Broadcasting. Be sure to subscribe to us if you want to know when we're coming on air with breaking news videos. We do it all the time. Subscribe to us on YouTube and click the notifications bell. Also, you can follow us on Facebook at Right Side Broadcasting, and on Twitter we're at RSB Network. I am on Twitter at Lookner. I post about breaking news stuff all the time. Also, we are viewer supported, so if you enjoy our coverage, our broadcasts, please consider making a donation, because we rely on your donations to stay on the air. You can donate by going to the YouTube chat room and clicking on the $ at the bottom of the chat room, or go to rsbn.tv/donate, rsbn.tv/donate. JC, one of our moderators, says, so sad. JC is in there. Thank you to our moderators for moderating the chat rooms during this broadcast. James Wagner tweeted to me, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers released an album in 2010, Mojo, one of my faves. Thanks for the coverage. Tom deserves it. That is from James Wagner. And then Bobby Harvey sent this in. Tom Petty is free falling into heaven now. May he rest in peace. That was from our viewer, Bobby Harvey. Let me just do a quick search here. Wonder if there's a Twitter moment up for this yet. They had one before and then they took it down. See, the problem is like all of the celebrity tribute pages, celebrity tributes to Tom Petty, those are from like 10 hours ago. And I feel like, well, like it's kind of weird to show tweets of celebrities from 10 hours ago saying they're about Tom Petty dying when he wasn't actually dead then. But I might show them anyway. Some of them. I'll show you some of these celebrity reactions. People in the music business, other people. Sheryl Crow said, "This is unbearable. Vegas and now a great music hero has passed. You brought us so much joy, Tom Petty. We will miss you. R.I.P. Tom Petty." Chuck D of Public Enemy said, "Damn, Tom Petty. I remember standing backstage with him and he tells me go get him at a presentation, Rock Anointed." Nico Case, who is great, who plays solo, and she sings solo and with New Pornographers, she says, "I hope Tom Petty's not actually dead and makes full recovery." That was from before. "And to see all the kind, sweet things you are saying about him, what a life." John Mayer, "I loved Tom Petty, and I covered his songs because I wanted to know what it felt like to fly. You being somewhere you feel free." Lin-Manuel Miranda, "I am so grateful for Tom Petty's music. Feels selfish to want more, but I always will rest in peace." Actor Rob Lowe, "Tom Petty was on my Mount Rushmore of rock heroes. Though the writing, the voice, the band, heartbroken." Brian Wilson says, "I'm heartbroken to hear about Tom Petty. Tom was a hell of a songwriter and record maker. He will be missed by everyone who loves him." L&M. St. Vincent, the talented St. Vincent, she said, "What a day for weeping. Las Vegas, Puerto Rico, Tom Petty, etc., etc., etc." Peter Frampton, I can't believe we've lost Tom Petty on this already horrible day. My love to his wife and children and the entire Heartbreaker family." Journalist Cameron Crowe says, "No words, just thanks." Cindy Lauper says, "Oh man, Tom Petty is gone. He was really great. He will be missed. Thoughts and prayers go to his family right now. R.I.P." Stephen King writes, "Tom Petty gone? That's just so wrong. What a bad day this has been in so many ways." Stevie Van Zandt from the E Street Band says, "Man, this cannot be happening. Not Tom Petty, please. Our deepest love and condolences to his family and band. A brother and true believer." Musician and producer Jack Antonoff says, "Tom Petty changed my life. There is reference to him in everything I've ever written. I love his work and life." Vampire Weekend singer Ezra Koenig says, "Damn, we love you, Tom Petty. Incredible songwriter. Free Falling is truly one of the greatest pieces of American art. So perfect and sad." John Bon Jovi tweets out, "I'm crushed. Praying for all those affected by Vegas last night and now the loss of one of my great influences, Tom Petty, today." So Tom Petty, very popular, very influential, dead, confirmed dead at 66. His family and his manager confirming tonight that he has passed away. JC writes, "And Steve, I already got my ticket to watch Tom Petty in heaven performing live. May he rest in peace. What a great artist." Thank you for writing in, JC. And thank you to JC and Jude and all the other moderators for moderating the chat room. So we're going to be on a couple more minutes. If you do have any comments you want to get in, get them in now. We are talking about the death of Tom Petty. It's been confirmed. He is dead at 66. Very sad. Yes, and he has been confirmed dead. He is not still alive. He is definitely dead, confirmed dead. I'll show you the tweets. So AFP says, "Rocker Tom Petty dead at 66, family." All right, well, we did a bunch of Tom Petty coverage earlier today, so I think it's late at night. We're going to wrap up this stream. We really just wanted to come on and give you an update about Tom Petty, an update. And, you know, give some closure on this Tom Petty story. It was sad. Today we thought he had died, and then we found out maybe he was still alive. Well, he was still alive, but at 8:40 Pacific time tonight, 11:40 Eastern time, he passed away. He did not have. Sounds like he didn't have any brain activity the entire day. So, a sad story. But his music, of course, will be remembered for a long, long, long time by lots of people and all of his millions of fans around the world. So we're going to end the stream right now. Thank you for joining us here today for this stream. If there is breaking news, we'll always come on the air and cover it. So subscribe to us at Right Side Broadcasting on YouTube and click the notifications bell. Also, I will always post breaking news stuff on my Twitter account, and if you want to follow me there, you can follow me at Lookner. And Right Side on Twitter is at RSB Network, and on Facebook we're Right Side Broadcasting. Thank you again to the moderators and everybody in the chat room. Thank you guys for watching and for your comments. And our thoughts go out to the Petty family, to the Heartbreakers, to all his friends and acquaintances, and everybody who knew him and was close to him. Our thoughts go out. Rest in peace, Tom Petty. Thanks to Tom Petty for all of the great music he gave us over the years. So our condolences and our thoughts and our prayers for Tom Petty. For now, I am Steve Lookner. Have a good night, everybody, and we will see you soon here at Right Side Broadcasting.